think 2022 was a little bit of a roller coaster ride for
2022.
the industry, but 2023 I anticipate a positive growth. I think definitely the industry will be positive in 2023, and our business should be significantly outperforming the industry growth rate.
In 2023?
In 2023.
In terms of number, do you have specific KPI number for the growth in terms of
we are
premium
clearly,
growth?
I anticipate the market to at least grow by 10%,
10%.
in 2023, and we are looking at PFI Mega Life to be in the 25% plus range.
Oh, for the industry, it will be 10%, but for specifically for PFI Mega Life will be in the level of 25%. That's the expectation for this year.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big level. It's a big level. But you know, as you mentioned, normalcy is coming, and then there's a big blessing. Hopefully, we'll reach the target in 2023. There's a lot of expectation. But I was just curious. The pandemic has hit us for 3 years, right, Sam?
Yeah.
And then in 2022 to 2021 and 2022, those years are still challenging. How did the life insurance industry thriving during those so many challenging years?
I think I look at it as 2020 was the year of sort of reckoning in purpose. When the
2020.
when the pandemic just hit us, it was very humbling to see how we can really help, because you know, insurance is with the promise that if something happens to you, the insurance company is there to protect your near dear ones and everything. And we paid a lot of claims, which is like the real moment of reckoning, to really be there with our customers and for them to really realize the value of insurance. So that way 2020 helped us live our true purpose, which is to financially protect families who are passing through the pandemic. In 2021, things started to come back a little bit normal, and then we had the Delta wave again, which did impact. So it was a little bit of a mixed bag, and we also saw some challenges. The markets were in a little bit of turmoil, and in Indonesia, most of the product is unit linked, which is investment linked or market linked plan. And we considered it as an opportunity to once again educate the customer.
In 2021.
In 2020 and 2021. Communicate more to them where their policy is, what's happened, how is the fund value, where are we investing, how did they need to look at insurance as a long-term product rather than get hassled by short-term fluctuation of the market. It was also challenging for some of our products targeted at middle and lower middle income people. We could see the impact of the pandemic in terms of renewal premiums, because people's jobs are affected, and at that time again all our efforts were directed to giving them extra time, grace period for the policies to still be effective, and how to help them manage and transition. We ended 2021 on a positive note. We saw growth in 2021 as a result of all this, as a result of better consumer awareness. And 2022 also new regulations have come, which are maybe some challenges in the short term, but in the long term, with the new OJK regulation, it will make the insurance industry much stronger. So these 3 years, 2020 years, I would say is the year of purpose. 2021 is to get back to normal growth a little bit. And 2022 was a little bit mixed bag, because when new regulations come in, it takes time for people to adapt. And
those years of reckoning, adjusting, and then, well, actually, December 2022, it's closed with a nice regulation, which, you know, PPKM has been lifted. So there's a lot of optimism. But you mentioned about the unit-linked products.
Yes.
How do you see the unit-linked products still on an optimist note for those specific products, sir?
Yeah, I think unit-link products are very attractive. I mean, I have worked in India, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, and I have seen over 15, 20 years the value unit-linked products have created for the customer. So there is a market for this product. The key thing is that the consumers need to be fully aware. So the risk profiling of the customer, how you sell it is very important for unit-link. So it has to match the aspirations and the risk appetite of
for each person.
The person. So it's not one size fits all. So for us, we are very clear. We have some pure protection products. We have some guaranteed endowment products, and we have unit link. And a big part of our training is for our salesperson, when in front of the customer, to really uncover his financial needs. What's the purpose? And what's the outlook? How long are they going to stay invested? And then come up with a solution, and with the customer being fully aware that here is an option which has a little bit of fluctuation risk, higher risk, definitely, but the upside is higher because, you know, we are in emerging market, and over 10, 20 years, the markets will always outperform the fixed income return, but over a period of time. From a year-to-year basis, it will fluctuate. And that philosophy we then take back into our fund management, that we are the custodians for the customer's assets from a longer term perspective. So how do we really invest with a long-term perspective, not a very short-term perspective where, let's say, a pure mutual fund has more redemptions, but in insurance, we expect the customers to stay longer. And that's a continuous process of financial literacy, education, communication, which has to happen between the insurer and the customer.
So you, from your personal point of view, there's still a lot of optimism for unit-linked product even during this year?
Yes, definitely. For multiple reasons. One is that Indonesia is at a bright spot compared to many other markets, right? Who would have said in 2022 that Indonesian stock markets, Jakarta Composite Index outperforms the Nasdaq or the S&P 500. So Indonesia is still a large economy, growing well. There is a huge upside in the long term for Indonesia to continue this good growth. And you are buying into that growth by buying a unit-linked product, essentially.